Hello, happy Shrove Tuesday. It's a different word. We don't really talk about it that much. It's also known as Fat Tuesday, or maybe you've heard it called Mardi Gras. I think that's the French. Mardi Gras, Fat Tuesday, is usually, well, back before we had freezers that worked really good, people would eat all of the meat and the fatty and the sugary stuff that they had because it would not keep until the end of Lent. So it became kind of like a mini festival before starting Lent to eat all the stuff that you couldn't eat the next 40 days. So we're having pancakes for dinner. Pancakes is traditionally one of the meals for Shrove Tuesday. It has butter, it has eggs, it goes great with bacon, and we like to put chocolate chips on ours. But I also want to tell you a few ideas to make this time of Lent a little bit special. So I'm gonna go ahead and have a seat here. Well, I tell you a few ideas. Notice I now have a purple tablecloth. Purple is one of the traditional colors of Lent. In the church calendar, it symbolizes the period of waiting and preparation. Remember that the Advent candles for Christmas were purple. People that use candles for Lent, they're usually purple as well. So I will start with this first one. This idea is for a centerpiece. It's an idea so that you can remember every meal. If you don't have super little ones like I do, you can leave this on the table and the sand will stay in the plate and it won't get everywhere. It reminds us of the desert wilderness that Jesus was in during his temptation. Rocks and sticks, we had a lot of fun collecting all of this. Use it like a prayer garden, so you could write the name of someone you're praying for. I just wrote Mom. I love my mom. She's awesome. You could write on the rocks and place the rocks around the candle. Light the candle at dinner time and say a special Lenten prayer or Bible verse before your meal. This is going to go on a high counter later so that it stays the way it is. Another idea, usually people don't put sticks in vases, although I think it's becoming a little bit more popular. This is going to be a prayer station for the entire 40 days. Notice I have the sand and the rocks again. Part of that's practical to help weigh it down so it won't tip as easy, because some of these sticks are a little bit long and awkward. I've cut out little flower shapes. So part of what we'll be doing is writing down a prayer on the flower, or maybe just holding it and saying it. I'm gonna write Grammy on this one since I wrote Mom on the other one. And either poke it if your sticks are strong. I have a glue stick. I don't think the glue is gonna work very well. I think it's gonna need like a hot glue or a super glue or something. But the idea is by the end of 40 days, these dry sticks are going to look a little bit more lively. This reminds us of Jesus's resurrection power. He can bring the dead back to life. Obviously, paper flowers aren't really alive, but for a centerpiece that reminds us about who Jesus is and reminds us to pray, it'll work pretty good. I'm just gonna stick this one right here because I was right, the glue stick didn't work very well. All right. I have one more idea for you. I don't know about you. I get a lot of junk mail in the magazine, junk mail in the mail. I have a Costco magazine here, but it's addressed to the people who used to live here 5 years ago. And I have a Westways magazine from AAA. Use any kind of magazine you have laying around. If you need extra magazines, I've got a bunch at the church I will share with you. But this is my last idea for tonight. This is a collage, and I put a bunch of pictures on here so you could kind of see where I'm going with it. This will work as well for a daily prayer time. I came up with the idea. I knew I wanted to do a cross as the main picture, and then to do nature and other things around it. So if you notice my sun up here in the corner, it's actually a bunch of pineapple and stuff like that, pineapple and bananas. So be as creative as you want. Write down Bible verses on it. Find other pictures that go well together. I've got a farm down here and a goose. I've got a guy up here walking in the woods. Another sun down here for this picture. It's an orange slice.
Mama's 12.
In a minute, sweetheart. Every day I plan to add another picture or another cutout to my board. Now this is just a cardboard part of a box that I had. So it doesn't need to be anything fancy that you're putting the pictures on. This is kind of a way, and you can involve the whole family in this. Everybody can have an artistic say in what you want the end collage to look like and what pictures would best show that. And get in the habit of praying together as a family. All right, so there's a couple ideas. Collage, stick vase, desert candle. The candles on here also, it just reminds us that Jesus said he is the light of the world. And during this time, we want to remember that because Jesus lives in us, we also can be lights in this world. Have a great night. Tomorrow is the beginning of Lent officially. So tomorrow, no more chocolate for Miss Elizabeth. My pancakes are gonna get a lot of chocolate tonight. Have a great Shrove Tuesday. Happy Mardi Gras, Fat Tuesday, and I will see you tomorrow for an Ash Wednesday craft. Have a good one. Bye.